Nigeria's Senate President Bukola Saraki is currently faced with the battle of his life as he stands trial before the Code of Conduct Tribunal. Saraki is faced with a 13-count charge bordering on false declaration of his assets in 2003 when he served as governor of Kwara State. As Saraki stands trial, one of two things is likely going to happen. Saraki could survive or he could be nailed. If Saraki is found guilty, he risks being sacked as the Senate President or completely sent out of the Nigerian Senate.
The odds are weighing, heavily on the side of Saraki, in favor of Saraki, contrary to what many people may believe. I say so because I believe the majority of Nigerians see through this trial as clearly a political trial.
Deputy Senate President Ekwere Madu may have given a hint suggesting that the Senate is already making subtle preparation in the event of Saraki's exit, when he announced that the Senate would stand with Saraki until he's found guilty.
To stand by that, to stand by the provision of our constitution, which allows every citizen to have the...
to say that he remains the Senate President.
He remains Senate President.
Should Saraki survive, he will almost certainly retain his seat as the Senate President. But what is not so certain is if his victory in court or his possible exit will be sufficient to quench the leadership crisis in the Senate and end the bad blood within.
Senate will not be the same because the Senate as we currently have it is polarized, heavily polarized.
Saraki's exit, if found guilty, is more likely to reopen fresh struggle for the coveted seat of the Senate President. Current permutations favor the position to remain in the North Central, putting the likes of the former governor of Nasarawa State, Abdullahi Adamu, on the radar for the top job.
Now there is an ethnic coloration to the whole thing. North Central is saying if Saraki leaves, one of us who are from the North Central should be made to replace him.
The permutation which favors Adamu, however, depends on whether APC can insist on its original plan to crown Ahmed Lawal as Senate President. For many, that arrangement seems far too remote.
The party will naturally want to bring about such arrangement. But you know that the APC is not enjoying absolute majority in the Senate.
If APC does not manage the exit of Bukola Saraki in the event of it happening, that he is convicted and he is forced to resign or he has to resign due to the conviction, if they don't manage it very well, they may lose all.
A few possibilities, however, exist outside of the APC. And one assumption is that the PDP in the opposition could exploit a possible disaffection in the APC to snatch the Senate presidency. While it is not certain that PDP's David Mark would accept the offer if it drops on his laps, the immediate past Senate president clearly has the capacity to deliver the job. Equally tempting for PDP is a possible arrangement of having the Deputy Senate President, Ekwere Madu, transit to take over the position. There is also the growing voice of the G77, a caucus of new senators whose intentions in the scheme of things are still not very clear. But at the time when the Senate is desperately searching for a lost peace, it is not likely that PDP would want to stay the hornet nest.
In the event that they do not go for the Senate presidency, they are likely to fight for the APC candidate they prefer, somebody they think they can work with.
But in politics, and especially in this part of the world, none of the possibilities in the Senate after Saraki's trial is foreclosed. Omor, AIT News, Abuja.